If you've bought a pair of Doc Martens and you feel like they're too tight or too loose, or for some reason they just don't feel right, you're probably making one of these 5 sizing mistakes. And the crazy thing is, each and every one of them is completely avoidable. So let's fix your sizing. At this point, I've owned over 10 pairs of Doc Martens, and from experience, I can definitely say that sizing is the one that trips most people up. It's not the break-in period, nor is it the leather, but sizing. So let me walk you through 5 mistakes that can cost you money, time, effort, some frustrations if you don't catch them first. Mistake number 1 is assuming that all Doc Martens are the same size. And I get it, for me, I did the same thing. I thought if I can get 1 pair of Doc Martens, then I found my Doc Martens size. Then when I tried on the Adrian's, I was completely shocked. My size was way different than my 1460 size. Thankfully for me, I went to the store and I actually tried them out instead of just buying them online. Because if that was the case, I would have gotten the wrong size, and trying to deal with that return policy is not easy. I still don't get Doc Martens sizing till now. It's the same brand for every shoe, but depending on the model, the sizing can vary. I still don't understand that. But here's what I learned. My 1460s, my 1461s, and the Chelsea boots with the Jadens, for me, are all similar sizing. They're all the same. I didn't have a problem with them, and I felt comfortable wearing them without any problem. But once you get into the loafers, the sandals, and some of the platform styles, all bets are off. So I'll just say, before you buy, look up the model that you want to get, look at some comments, read what other people have said about it, and then you can make your decision, especially if you can't try it out. Mistake number 2 is not accounting for the leather. Some people do not factor the leather when they're getting their pair of Doc Martens, and that can be a big mistake because each leather, they're kind of treated just a little bit different. People don't realize how much leather factors into the fit. For me, the vegan leather on my Jadens ran a little bit tighter than expected. The smooth leather is stiff at first, but over time it gets super comfortable and it fits like a glove. And the soft leathers, like the Virginia leathers, those are the most forgiving, straight out the box. So if you're right on the border between sizes, consider the leather type, because some will stretch while others will not. And also, vegan is not a leather, that's why it doesn't stretch. It's a tiny detail, but if you factor it in, it can make a big difference, especially with comfort, sizing, and things like that. That's why when it comes to the leather type, you have to know just a little bit more so that you can get the perfect one for you. Mistake number 3 is very controversial. Should you size up and you get a little bit of a looser fit, or should you size down to get that snug, or it might just be a little bit tight for you initially? Which one should you do? Sizing up might sound good initially because you don't have to worry about that break-in period. A lot of people are scared of Doc Martens because of that break-in period. But the biggest issue with that is, if it's too big, your feet will start to slide. They'll start to move around a lot. So trying to decide between the two can be complicated, because sizing up, you don't have to worry about breaking them in initially. It feels good. You just put them on and they're good to go. But the biggest issue with that is if you size up like too much, and then your boots start sliding and you won't like that, and then your Doc Martens experience is just horrible, even though you got through not breaking them in, but you won't enjoy your Doc Martens thoroughly. When it comes to sizing down, I'm not saying sizing down where your feet are not even fitting into your Doc Martens, but I'm just saying let it be snug, where your shoes, your boots will have a little bit of room to grow because they're leather. Once you break them in, they start feeling good, and then they just fit like a glove. It's finding that perfect balance, because some people are actually scared of that break-in period. So if you can find that perfect balance of like, it's snug initially, but once you use like a leather conditioner, they're going to do that heavy lifting of getting your Doc Martens feeling good the more you wear it. And just be patient with it. Don't try to break it into it so fast, or just do it the way you want to do it. Don't look at other people, and if they say they broken into their Doc Martens in one day, good for them. If for you it takes a month, go through the process. Just do it according to you. Mistake number 4, measuring your feet before you buy. I know it might sound basic, but measuring your feet can save you so much hassle. Before I got my pair of Doc Martens, I measured it. And on the Doc Martens chart, that puts me between an 8 or a 9. And for me, I decided to get the 9 because I've never worn a size 8 before. Or even when I went to a store that sells Doc Martens, I put on their size 10 and then their size 8. They just felt too big or it was just too tight. So if I didn't actually measure my feet and I didn't go to a store, I would be guessing. And guessing is how you end up returning your boots. And the return policy is kind of complex because if you buy it online, you have to return it online. You can't buy it online and then return it in stores. So going through all that process can be a headache. Also want to say, even though the Doc Martens do have a sizing chart on their website, it's solid, but it's not 100%. That is just another way to get closer to you finding your Doc Martens size, especially if you don't have a store nearby or if you don't have like a store that sells any type of Doc Martens. Or I'll also say, if you have a friend that has a pair of Doc Martens that is closer to your size, it's another way to find out your Doc Martens size. The sizing can vary, especially if you don't know the model or you're new to that model or it's your first time getting a pair of Doc Martens. Mistake number 5 is ordering online without actually trying on a pair of Doc Martens. This is the simplest way to get the wrong sizing. Even if you wear a specific size in another brand, sometimes you could be wrong on your Doc Martens size. Now look, if you already own a pair of Doc Martens, then go ahead, order it. Should be just a little bit easier. But sometimes, even me, I find it hard to get a pair of Doc Martens that I've never put on before, or a different pair of model of Doc Martens, because sometimes the sizing vary just a little bit, and that can trip up a lot of individuals. I remember once I ordered a pair of Doc Martens online, and I actually had to go to a store to try it on after, just to make sure I got the right size, because I did not want to send it back. And fortunately, I got lucky. So if you can, the easiest way to find your Doc Martens size is going to a store. I know that's not possible for everyone, but that is my number one advice. Finding a store, go in there, trying it on, even if it's not a Doc Martens store, but a store that carries Doc Martens can save you so much time, so much frustration, so much hassle, and it will make you feel so much better about your pair of Doc Martens that you want. And if going to a store isn't an option, read reviews on that particular model and look for size and comments. People are usually very specific about whether it runs big, narrow, or just off. So yeah, if you avoid these 5 mistakes, you save yourself a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of frustration, and you'll actually enjoy the brand. It all comes down to trying a specific model, knowing your leather type, measuring your feet, and not sizing up or it's too loose just because you're nervous about the break-in process. And if you still need some help, please feel free, leave a comment. I'll try my best to help you out. And also, if you still have questions about the different leather types, I already have a video right here. Check them out.